People's Democratic Party Factional National Chairman Kabiru Turaki on Tuesday appealed to U.S. President Donald Trump and the international community to intervene in Nigeria's worsening political climate, warning that democracy was under threat as the party's internal crisis erupted violently in Abuja. Turaki accused the FCT minister Nyesom Wike of deploying armed thugs allegedly backed by police to block a scheduled National Executive Committee meeting. He said the situation had reached a stage requiring global action, even claiming Christians face genocide and vowing that PDP leaders were ready to lay down their lives to defend democracy. Chaos soon unfolded at Wadata Plaza as rival factions, those loyal to Wike and Turaki's newly announced National Working Committee, held parallel meetings. Supporters clashed, leading to scuffles, shouting matches, and a breakdown of order. Police struggled to contain the unrest before firing tear gas to disperse the feuding groups. Party members, officials, and journalists fled the premises in panic as tensions spilled onto the streets, deepening fears of a full-blown collapse within the opposition party. The All Progressive Congress swiftly condemned Turaki's public plea for foreign intervention, describing it as reckless, unpatriotic, and dangerous. APC National Publicity Secretary Felix Moka accused Turaki of desperation and incompetence, arguing that inviting foreign powers amounted to a threat to national sovereignty. The ruling party insisted that no opposition crisis under past administrations ever triggered such shameless calls. The APC urged the international community to ignore Turaki's appeal and accused the PDP of seeking destabilizing external interference to mask its internal disintegration. It called on Nigerians to remain steadfast behind President Bola Tinubu's leadership, framing the PDP turmoil as evidence of opposition's collapse and the APC's continued stability. Nze, what do you make of this story?
It is just like a guinea fowl calling fowl a Christmas bird. You see, it is unfortunate that APC will stand up to speak, believing that Nigerians are morons. If the PDP or the national chairman of PDP, Turaki Tanimu, should be said to have committed treason, Tinubu, who is the president, has committed treason before. And he has not been jailed and has not been killed.
How so?
Now, when he went to call America to come and intervene in the affairs of Chibok girls, was it not treasonable? Now, the spokesman to Mr. President, who will always jump out without thinking, because I believe that that young man lacks of something upstairs. When he jumps out to begin to accuse Tanimu Turaki of committing treason, and it's supposed to be sentenced to death, then he forgot that his principal had committed such treasonable felony and has not been sentenced to death. So why should you commit offense and you are walking free and another commits and you are judging that person? You are a hypocrite. So looking at the cry of Turaki yesterday, we watched everything that happened there from different channels. You know, if this cameraman is viewing from here, he wouldn't know what is happening the other. So when you watch from this channel, you watch from the other channel, and we saw differently what happened yesterday. You saw the grand style in which the FCT minister walked into that place and all that. My problem is not the intra-party quarrel they are having. My concern was what happened in that place. The cry of Turaki was a cry of a helpless fellow,
but
a drowning man.
When he was contesting for the national chairman of PDP, was he clueless as to what to do? This even brings to mind.
There is something you need to understand here.
No, hold on. This brings a lot to question. Genuinely. Do we have competent people in leadership, or do we have incompetent people?
We have a lot of incompetent people who are parading themselves here and there.
For the fractional national chairman, newly elected, and let's make it clear that he's not a caretaker committee chairman, he's not a caretaker chairman. He contested election.
And he won.
So by the reason of contested election, he's a Milokon as well. It's his turn to be the national chairman, isn't it? He understood he is part of the elites of PDP. He is part of the leadership circle. He's in the sanctum sanctorum of the party. So, as at the time he was contesting the election, he was clueless as to how to move for reconciliation. He was clueless as to how to handle the party. That in less than 1 week after his election, he's calling on President Trump.
You say less than 1 week or just 2 days?
All right, very well. 48 hours after his election, he's calling on President Trump not to intervene in insecurity. He's calling on President Trump, understand this, to intervene in PDP crisis.
In democracy.
What do you mean democracy?
Please,
democracy. Did he make that call as a Nigerian? Or did he make that call as a PDP factional national chairman? It is in the capacity that he made that call that he's been addressed.
Permit me to play the devil's advocate here.
All right, go ahead.
That at the moment when Turaki was calling the international communities to come and save democracy.
And save PDP.
And save democracy. He didn't mention PDP. He said save democracy. That Trump, while coming, should not just come with the intention that Christians are facing genocide. Now, that statement of his has put PDP on the same voice of those who are saying that Christians are being targeted in Nigeria.
That statement, of his, one would say it has actually told Nigerians that PDP cannot contest election. PDP is not viable for election.
No, I disagree with you.
And therefore PDP needs the intervention of Trump to install a new government. Recall that Goodluck Jonathan had made some expose where he linked a former president of the United States. He linked him to his loss.
We knew that was Barack Obama. We knew what happened.
Very well, I will come to you quickly, but I need Chizzy to speak because we are out of time.
Yes. You know, you took the actual place I wanted to go to.
Go ahead.
Now, somebody who went and contested the office of the national chairman, that is the man who holds the ideology of a party, is calling for a foreign powers to come and intervene in the system that should be ruled by the people, for the people, and by the people. Democracy. For the people, by the people, and for the people. Democracy is what democracy? The definition of democracy is Turaki, help us. Chizzy, you must help us here. Parties help us, not external persons help us. That's what democracy is. Government of the people, by the people, and for the people. So what he has said is, I am not capable of coming. My party cannot help Nigeria. Please, US, come and leave your sovereignty. Come and colonize Nigeria. That's what he's calling for.
I disagree.
Now, let me also say this. Now, like you said, he was just elected party chairman. That same day, when you have been elected party chairman, you are supposed to be the Director General of Crisis Management. And that's what he's supposed to be managing. What I should have been seeing him doing is going to people like Wike, going from here to this door, knocking at the door and saying, let's leave it. Let's pull everybody together. That is why I keep saying that Turaki faction, Wike faction are all working for Tinubu. They don't want a PDP. They don't want a PDP. They don't want. Now, let me also shock you that the man who is chairman of the National Convention of the party said he was not aware when they took the position of suspending certain people, expelling some people from the party. The chairman of the National Convention said they didn't tell the governor, they didn't tell them. They just brought some persons, a governor just brought 1 or 2 persons, and before you know it, they started suspending them. So what they were suspending are those who can also deal with them in the party. So right now, he is not even speaking. There is nobody as it is now, constitutionally speaking, that is the PDP chairman, because the convention, the court has said don't hold the convention, and this other person cannot.
Did INEC attend that convention?
No.
Okay,
so
INEC
he's not even the party chairman at all.
So
right now went to the party with other talks and they fought.
I think maybe we should say this splinter group and that splinter group, because when you call them faction, it means that somehow there is some level of legitimacy.
Yeah,
the splinter groups of PDP.
Turaki is a senior advocate of Nigeria.
I do not agree with that. But however, let me say that by the time Turaki began to make that play, you saw how FCT minister entered with Samuel Anyan in their vehicle, and stationed, and the police and DSS surrounded that vehicle.
The owners of the party came in now, so who else would
So you now see that the young man, the young man Turaki felt that APC walked in. So he was seeing APC in the person of FCT minister. And when some people are calling for reconciliation, reconcile with who? Reconcile with who? However, whatever happens, we are Nigerians. These things are happening here in Nigeria. Chizinyo Masila made a striking statement, analogy here, which I would like to close my discussion with this morning. That analogy is that a stranger came to your house and defecated. And you started quarreling with him, and he was making noise. You now call your children, your neighbors, your parents, let everybody start defecating. Make we know who go defecate pass for your house. That is arrant nonsense. And that is what is happening in Nigeria political system today. So those of us who are speaking from the side corner should first have a depth of conviction that if we are found on the same seat these people are sitting today, we will not behave like them. That is the stand. And I think if it will be possible for those in the federal government or state government to bring some of us into what they are doing so that we can teach them how better to do it. We are not going there for money. We are going there to show capacity and to work things out for Nigeria.